Hey guys, a lot to get through today. We've got Sundays as well, so we'll start off with broadcast agencies and internationals and move to the embargoed stuff for the dailies and Sundays. So with that, Gary, would you want to kick off?
Thank you very much. Hello. Gary, can I get your reaction to the Champions League draw?
When you get down to the last 8 teams, every draw is very difficult. I've seen Benfica many times, as they were obviously in the Man-Utd group and Basel group, and it's a tough opponent for us. I think the fact that we play probably the first game away from home is good. A little bit like the Napoli game.
And obviously, if you come through that, I know you'll say you just want to concentrate on the next 2 games.
Yeah, we're not looking.
The fans will be aware that
we're not looking. Yeah, we're not looking further than that. We've got 2 games there, and that's all we're gonna focus on.
Not sure you can say that sort of fans are interested as Barcelona, given the history of Champions League ties between the 2 clubs.
Well, are you writing off AC Milan straight away? As easy as that?
Well, it's the prospect.
They're the leaders of the Serie A. Huh?
No, but to be fair, the prospect is Barcelona.
You can speculate if you want. I'm not.
And then, of course, if you do manage to reach the final, the prospect is it would be against.
You've got a script.
You're
there,
well
Gary.
ahead in the future, you are, man. Well ahead. No comments. I mean, yeah, is it? Game by game. That's why I've learned in my playing career and managing and coaching career.
Obviously, it's Leicester this weekend in the FA Cup, and then 3 very big games in 6 days. And no one can tell you, but for the record, Manchester City, Tottenham, and then Benfica. That's a tough schedule, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very difficult. This morning we got the players back to focus on the next game, Leicester, in the FA Cup. We've seen how difficult it's proven so far, our path in the FA Cup. With Birmingham we had a replay, so we have to be aware that we need to perform again at a very high level to be able to go through. Because as you know, the FA Cup is exciting because you have always to expect the unexpected.
Then what a crucial 6-day period.
Yeah, and luckily, as we have everybody fit, the whole squad. We will need everybody, the whole squad, and I'm quite pleased. It's difficult for some games, to leave certain players out, but we have such an intense schedule that it's great to be in a position like this.
And obviously, you say fit physically, but also boosted, I would have thought, spiritually and mentally, given what happened midweek.
I think every win just gives you a little bit of confidence, and so we won against Birmingham, then we won against Stoke, another difficult one, then we won the other night, and that brings a little bit of belief back into the team, to the players, and it's pleasing to see that, because you can speak as much as you want, but at the end of the day we are in a result business, and that's what makes the difference.
What would you describe as the Di Matteo effect, the 100% win rate? What have you done differently since you took charge?
No, I think just trying to speak to the players individually and try to focus them on the next task, and try to get the responsibility and make them aware of what our targets are, and just bring a little bit of that team spirit back, and a spirit of sacrifice as well, and passion for the game.
Speaking one-on-one with the players?
Yeah, as I said, individually with the group, but also individually very much.
Because there was criticism that wasn't happening before.
So I'm not going to go back to the past. I'm looking forward to the future. as I said, we just have to get results. You know, we need to get the next result, and that's what we're focusing on.
Do you believe in utilising the experience of the senior players, and obviously the John on the touchline giving advice?
I believe in utilising all the players that we have. Unfortunately, everybody's available, and that's what I believe in.
Is it okay for senior players to give you coaching advice?
You know, I've had a long playing career myself at the highest level, and I've been coaching for some years now as well. And I expect everybody to be involved, and everybody to help each other on the pitch and the ones that are on the bench, and that's what I believe in.
What's your view on smoking?
Excuse me?
Smoking. Players smoking.
Me smoking?
Players smoking. Didier was pictured with a cigar after the game on Wednesday.
Well, in many other countries, a lot of players smoke. So I know I don't live with my players. I have a nice family myself, so I think they are old enough to understand what's right for them.
Finally, from me, Fernando Torres didn't seem to be joining in as much with the celebrations on the pitch on Wednesday. Are you still concerned about his?
He's very happy. He was very pleased, very happy for the team and for himself and everybody else. You know, there was a good atmosphere. I think on the pitch after the game and in the dressing room too.
Roberto, the team that you're going to put out against Leicester at the weekend, presumably that's going to be very different from midweek. How different do you think it will be?
We obviously have to take into consideration that we played extra time on Wednesday, yeah. So we will try and put the strongest team that we have available on Sunday to win the game.
But there'll be maybe 6 changes?
No, I don't know yet. I don't know yet because we still have to see. We're just 2 days after this game, and I have to check tomorrow how people have recovered from the extra time and from the game, and then we'll think about it. What is the best solution for the team?
Do you ever wonder to yourself what AVB must be thinking now, given that suddenly everything's changed around?
That's not for me to comment. I've got so many things in my mind that I have to think about it to prepare the next game against Leicester. And then, when the season is over, I might reflect on that.
Yeah. Have you actually spoken to AVB since you left?
I think that's my private life, which I don't want to really talk about.
Terry and Louise both look to be injured on Wednesday. Are they both fully fit?
I think they'll be both available for the weekend, yes.
Anybody else sort of hobbling or struggling after Wednesday's game?
Well, a few knocks and bruises. It was a very intense game, also physical at some times. But we expect everybody to be ready for Sunday.
Luis Felipe Scolari described the Chelsea job as hell when Andre Villas-Boas was sacked. You've been in the hot seat for almost 2 weeks. What word would you use to describe managing Chelsea?
Interesting, exciting, fantastic so far.
We spoke to Eddie Newton after Wednesday's game, and he said if he was offered the chance to stay beyond the end of the season, he couldn't turn it down. Would you echo those thoughts that it would be impossible for you to turn down if the club said, Roberto, you've done such a fantastic job, you want to stay on?
As I said before, I think the club, the board will make the right decisions for the club, and we are going to respect that. We have some very good people in the club, and they will take their time to appoint whoever they think is right for the future of this club.
If you don't beat Leicester on Sunday, you could face a real fixture headache fitting the replay. And in fact, even without that replay, it's a real fixture headache for you. Can you just tell us how worried or concerned you are?
Well, that's after the game. We are thinking of winning this game, and then at the end of the game, we'll see where we stand.
If you don't win the game, will you lobby to have the fixture at a more convenient time? And is there anything you could actually do?
Well, it's going to be difficult. I think it's very congested already. So but we'll worry about that after the game.
Just going back to John Terry, he's made no secret himself in the past that one day he'd like to manage Chelsea. Would you consider taking him under your wing for the rest of the season and, you know, fostering that spirit of wanting to become involved in coaching in any way?
I think he's still too young for that. You know, he still has many years in him to play, and I can help him with his coaching badges maybe first. But he's got so many years ahead of him and playing, and I would always recommend to any players to play as long as they can, because that's the best part of a footballing career.
Do you see him as management material in terms of?
I don't know, because when I was playing, you know, I watched around myself, and it's really difficult to see who is actually going to become one or not, or who doesn't want to become one. It depends how life goes and what events happens in your life, and so it's not you can't say now, you know, what's going to happen.
Anybody else before you?
But you just sort of sum up what the FA Cup means to you, because it's obviously was a competition that was pretty successful for you as a player.
Well, it's one of the most exciting competitions, I would say, in the world, because everybody watches it from not only in England but all around the world. And it's exciting because it moves the whole country. Everybody feels connected to it, involved, and it has thrown up some great games over the past. And this club has a very good history in this competition too. I remember we actually played Leicester as well at the time when I was playing, and you know, we had a replay, and it was very difficult then.
Okay, thanks everybody. Let's have cameras off, and we'll